starting off. Oh, this is my vision. This is what we want to accomplish. Then you have to monitor their performance at all levels. Then scheduling of meeting is very important. You schedule meeting. Then the one important thing is that after all this thing, you must know the right time to close the project, to close the team. That guys, we are dissolving this thing, move to the next thing. Because when we are on the team, when we work for a very long time without putting an end to the process, it draws people's attention backward. So you have to know the time to say, oh, guys, we have done our best, right? We have achieved these goals. Oh yeah, let's move to the next thing. We close, then we open for another new deal.
Okay, thank you. That means you emphasize on people's smartness, carefulness, their communication skills, financial management skills, and most importantly, the monitoring and evaluation skills. And from this aspect, if I would like to know that what sort of monitoring and evaluation and how to report about the progress, interim progress of a project, could you please give us some light on that? The monitoring and evaluation tools.
All right. For monitoring, everybody on the team, they have their job description. They have their job description. So at every time, maybe quarterly, maybe weekly, we have a meeting where everybody come up with what they have been able to achieve in that week. I can call that KPIs. What is your KPIs for this week? What have you able to achieve this week? The key performance indicator. So we know that maybe we are growing or we are not growing. When I understand that this team, this week, out of 20 things we want to achieve, we have been able to do 15, then we are growing. Then I'm monitoring. Then once I'm monitoring, I'm also scaling, because I must have a standard of, oh, this person is working tirelessly. I'm scaling the rate at which this person is working. So you use that. Then meeting upon meeting. Thank God now everybody is doing remote work. So you say, oh, 3 o'clock, everybody, we have a meeting. Let's jump on this, blah, 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 blah. Now we are moving straight forward and everybody's focused to what we want to achieve. So monitoring deals with when everybody understands their roles, their job description, then what is the indicator, the performance? How do you manage it? The schedule, okay, this is what you have been able to achieve. Then you tackle the process. Then you are getting the results, of course.
So you have KPI, you have time schedule. That means either weekly or monthly or quarterly, and get together, try to understand whether you have 20 tasks and you have achieved 15. So your team is growing. But if the task is 20 has been achieved, then your team is performing fully satisfactorily. So according to you, what should be the reporting mechanism for a project?
I can't get that.
The project report preparation and reporting mechanism for a project.
Oh, report mechanism for a project is, let me say, when we are done with a project, how do we report for the project? To the team or to the team leader? Because it's like a two-way. Am I right? So yeah. The report mechanism for the project is, I can decide to watch what they are doing from my own end. We can decide to have a particular platform where I work. Once your task is done, you let us know that done with this task. You can use Asana to know, especially when we are working on a project. Asana, okay, task 1 done, task 2 done. Now with that, I can measure that these people are actually doing their job. And most times on our Slack community, we talk. We have a Slack community. You can, as a team leader, you can create that for them so that when you are taking your report, it's not going to be hard for you to take that report. Then you can decide to take a survey among your team member. You can take a poll among your team member. So, but the type of project determines the mechanism you are going to use. The type of project determines the mechanism you are going to use.
Fine, thank you. If I would like to ask you, what is your advice to build a super performing team? Your advice for team building?
All right. My advice is be there for each other. Be there for each other. It's a team. It's a team. And I borrowed that from Simon Sinek. Be there for each other. We cannot all be perfect. Even what I said, where I started from is we are humble, they must be humble, they must be hungry, they must be smart. It is not everybody on the team that will be humble because of the things that you want to achieve. It is not everybody on the team that will be smart. And it is not everybody on the team that will be hungry. So you must be at, when you are there for each other on the team, then because our personality is different, we must know that we have different personality and temperament when we are building up a team. But when we are there for each other as a team leader, the problem is just that you as a team leader, you have to be proficient enough to manage your team. It means when your project coordinator is lagging or the person in charge of your advertisement for a company, you as a team leader can actually do it, be there for them, empathy, right? Sometimes excuses will come. So, but when you are there for each other, you will not have much problem in building up the team. Then you are not, you have not, you know, the first thing is responsibility. The second thing is accountability. Let them be accountable for what they are doing on your team. They are responsible to take the role, to work with you on the team. Then they must be accountable. When they are accountable to you, to them, to themselves, they must be true to that, like with Shakespeare, be true to thyself. So when you sell out the vision to them, then they can work together as a team and be there for everybody at every time.
So that means taking care of every members of your team is important, and yes. And also acknowledging everybody what is their responsibility first, and then obviously making them accountable is the key yes. for team success.
Yes.
Okay. And from your second part, what is your advice regarding successful project management?
I can't get that.
What would be your advices to manage a project successfully?
To manage a project successfully. All right, to manage your project successfully, you must understand how to connect the dots. When you are connecting the dots is that when you are working on a project, everything does not work smoothly. So when you fail at a particular time, you must look back to connect the dots to move forward. Connecting the dots is the ultimate thing to a successful project, right? Then you must make sure that your project is agile enough. It's agile. When you are done with the phase, you pick another. So if it is not agile, when there is a mistake in the system, you can't trace it. But if it is agile, when there is a mistake, you go back and connect the dots. It means you don't finish a phase. You must finish a phase before you go to another phase. That's just the ultimate.
So that means the key point for successful project implementation is completing phase one, look back to your faults, to your failures, repair the failures and faults, dots, and then start the second phase. Phase by phase, you go ahead and will be successful in project management. Okay, Mr. Isaac, thank you very much for allowing us a few times from your busy schedule. And hopefully we will talk again in future. Thank you very much for your precious time. Thank you.